his movements were great. And you see the first two shots created by Marcus Morris, and maybe Eric Bledsoe gets into the mix right now early and often.
You love to see it. Eric Bledsoe knocks down the three. Pistons fell behind 14-0 to the Bucks in their last game out. Bledsoe, a great look at a three. It is in the air. It's back-to-back triples, and that has to boost his confidence.
What all he can bring to the table. Well, you know, offenses open up. Speaking of which, the rim and the seas have parted for Eric Bledsoe early. Grant, to be in a situation where he's the main offensive threat, his whole game is able to be put on display.
By the way, Bledsoe with a hat trick. That's Cade Cunningham, the #1 overall pick, knocks it down. Clippers lead by 7. This time he's on the prowl at the foul line. And it is all systems go for Eric Bledsoe. He's made all 4 of his shots. Well, it's a brutal schedule for Detroit. They played Tuesday, Wednesday, flew out Wednesday after the game from Milwaukee and got into Los Angeles as Bay lays it up in after the miss. Grant has the loose ball, 17-8. I mentioned Isaiah Stewart. He's back out there after a 2-game suspension, which was just a tough situation for everybody involved. Bay lays it in, a whistle, and a timeout by the Clippers. Plenty of time on the clock midway through this first quarter. George only taken 2 shots thus far. This will be his 3rd. And it's his first make. And the Clippers now lead 19-10. George with his 4th. Clippers by 9. George muscling his way. Spoon feeds Zoo. Look out below. Dangles above the carnage. And the Clippers lead 21-10. Hamidou Diallo wound up landing on a camera as Luke Kennard tries to cash in on a 3, and he does. Diallo is back up and holding the small of his back. And a turnover and a 2-on-0. They feed it back to Trey Lyles, and he flushes it in.
So it's kind of similar in the sense that Hartenstein does a lot of things that Zoo does, like set that pick and get Reggie open. He can kind of be the screen setter out front, 3-point shooter. Oh,
nice play inside from Joseph to Diallo. But he is your net rating leader. When he is on the floor, great things have happened. And so give credit to Ty Lue for thinking out of the box, something he has been complimented on throughout his career as a coach. Meanwhile, 8-2 run.
Well, points off a turnover, able to get out in transition. Frank Jackson able to slide it in and surge with the pump fake, step to the side. I'm getting a half of this. Bruh, that's what we do. He went to what you expect.
Frank Jackson rips the cords. The Clippers have with him on the roster. Missed there by the Pistons. Clippers out in front by 10.
Oh, dude, right on cue. That's not the case early on for the Clippers.
Serge, nice feed to Mann, who punches it in with the right hand.
Kind of like Freddie Mercury, right? With the mustache right there.
We lost Freddie 30 years ago yesterday, so perhaps it's a tribute.
It is.
I don't think Queen was on the Motown label, but Josh Jackson lays it up and in.
Well, you know, during our pregame, Don McLean made a great point. You look at Cade Cunningham, he's struggling from the field. Nice little handoff right there to Trey Lyles to knock it in. Only shooting 33.
Hartenstein back out there, but this time is the lone center. Kennard, he's in the corner to Mann. A catch and shoots 3 is good for Terrence Mann. The Clippers have 6 first half. Hartenstein gets the first double team perhaps of his career. Bledsoe down the lane and down the hatch it goes. He has 13. Waits for backup. Nice lob pass in from Hartenstein. Morris surrounded by defenders, splits him and lays it in.
Well, that's just good patience.
Bay straight away looking for Cunningham. Good defense there by Reggie Jackson. Late in the clock for Grant. Good contest by Senior, but Grant knocks it down. His first made shot, now just 1 for 8. They're 47-32 Clippers. They've led the entire way. George tailgated by Joseph. Lobbed it at the rim to Zoo. And we have a liftoff in downtown Los Angeles. Passes back up to George. Oh, nice 2-man game with Zoo. Great ball movement. Everybody's fingerprints on the ball this trip down. And Reggie Jackson cashes in. Back out to Bay for 3. Strong. Morris has George leaking out. Make us proud. Punching it in with the right hand. Suspension, just an ugly situation all the way around. He is back out there. Dwayne Casey went out of his way to say that is not who he is as a person. Pistons laid in there to cut the lead down to 20.
My job is to rebound, set screens, and play defense. That's how I'm gonna make my money in this league. His self-awareness like that of Paul George, knowing when he can score, when to pull back.
120 remains in this first half. Clippers shooting only 47%, but have been to the line 16 times, making 15. Bay for three. It's good. His first. He now has 9. Backing down Jackson.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice swing pass by Reggie to Man. Swooping inside. Who said man can't fly? Reggie in the corner to Man. Gonna have to do something. Rises for the long two. It is good with 1/10 of a second remaining here in the first half. That will do it. Terrence Mann, 11 first half point. Rebound by Jackson. Had Bledsoe leaking out, unable to get it to him. So Jackson calls his own number. Dives down the lane. Oh, bounces around the orange iron and then tapped up and in successfully by Zoo.
Halftime, even though you have a big lead.
Grant struggled in that first half, skips it in the corner to Joseph for three. His second. I mentioned this earlier, just 26% on the year from above the arc.
You can rely on Corey Joseph to try to operate with these young, talented players.
Jackson the other way, he lays it in. Joseph, this is his second stint. A deflection into the backcourt. Pistons have plenty of time to run their offense. Cunningham uses the screen by Stewart. Dumps it into him. What a clever pass by the rookie. And Stewart lays it in.
Get the benefit of the doubt on the call like that.
Clever pass by Joseph. Grant in the corner for three. It's good. His second bucket for Jeremy Grant. Now 2 for 11.
Clips done a great job of making Jeremy Grant a little bit uncomfortable. And speaking of which, the Clipper offense is making the Detroit defense very uncomfortable.
When he has a double-double this season, Bledsoe gets to the free throw line, draws. Oh my goodness! He was looking for the contact. Maybe a year ago the whistle would have been blown up. The rebounding rate is much better and it keeps them in all the games. Swing pass from Bledsoe to Jackson, the three. It's good. 8 threes for the Clippers. Timeout Pistons.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Well, we're out in front 77-50. Although Jeremy Grant trying to whittle down that lead, lays it up on the second effort. 77-52. Hesitation, the best defender in the league. 4:40 to play in this third quarter. It's been choppy. It's been ugly. Isaiah Stewart and the Pistons trying to grind it out and doing a good job of that. We knew about his rim protection. We've got a good rim protector in Ivica Zubac as well. George just saunters down the right side of the lane, takes his time, pecks it off the glass.
Paul George has perfected, still in the basketball, is one thing that's perfected, but that elongated Euro step.
George from the sweet spot the other night. Same result. They've got a nice player in Cade Cunningham. Jackson misses, gets his own miss. We have seen the last of Paul George, who has logged 29 minutes already, but boy, he had a mountain of minutes here in the month of November. Man, inside a graceful glide and a finger rolls at home. Terrence Mann now with 13. Looks inside, deflection, interception. Here comes Kennard.
Stolen. Saw that.
Yalu coming all the way and lays it in.
Yeah, and I feel for these Pistons players because I've been.
You said, give me a soda, give me a Coke. The soda machine, right?
Right.
Ha! I just tricked you right there. In the Midwest, it's called pop.
Soda pop.
Not soda.
Soda pop.
It's the games against the teams that are in rebuild mode, and you do that by matching the energy. Hopefully the efficiency follows. No disrespect to the Pistons, who have been at the top of the mountain. Clippers are trying to get there. The Clippers are undefeated in franchise history when the wave breaks out in the fourth quarter. Cade Cunningham rides the tide, however, the other side and flushes it in. And Ty Lue says, let's talk. He's trying to put the finishing touches on this Piston team. Kennard, they have to do something. Gets downhill, lobs it up. Flush. 107-96, kind of a sloppy second half.